Alright guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Blue Point TV where we'll talk about football and football related stories. Right guys, I want us to talk about the game Chelsea and Brentford and also talk about Christopher Nkunku. It seems the player is close in returning and according to Pochettino in his press conference he said Christopher Nkunku will soon return, that he's close and then it's like, he's having a light training, so we'll talk about Nkunku as well. Now let's start with the game Chelsea and Brentford. Now this game we shouldn't forget that it's a London derby, even West London derby because Chelsea and Brentford are from the same area in London. And then also we shouldn't forget that Brentford have won 2 straight times at Stamford Bridge last season when Chelsea was really bad. They won there and the season before last when Thomas Tuchel was the manager for Chelsea, they also won there. So, I mean, for me, this is a must-win game for Chelsea. They have to win this game. Aside from the fact that Brentford has won there twice, there's no way Chelsea will allow them to win again. They are to make it the third time they have won there in a row. Aside from that fact, Chelsea have to continue the momentum, in terms of the form that they are keeping now. We should not forget that for like 4 games now, if you want to include the Carabao Cup game, Chelsea haven't lost a game, so they have to continue that run. So even the game that they dropped point against Arsenal, even till now, I'm still not happy that they dropped that point. I mean, they did not win that game because considering that they were leading 2-0, and then they end up not winning the game. So for me, they have to win this one. They have to win this one. So I feel like it will be an interesting game. It will be interesting to see how Chelsea will approach this game. Let me talk about Brentford and how I feel like Brentford will approach this game. Now for me, I think Brentford will sit back and defend. That's how their manager likes to play, especially if he's playing against a better team that is better than his team, and also if he's going away. That's how the Brentford manager likes to play. He doesn't really, get the possession of the ball. He likes to, hit the other team on a counter if he's playing against a team that is better than his team. And also he likes to throw the ball to his forward players, especially when they have Ivan Toney and also when they had the goalkeeper. The one that is, David Raya, that is at Arsenal now. When they had those 2 players, that's how they like to play. But now the goalkeeper is no longer there. Ivan Toney himself, of course, we know that he's banned, so he will not be available for the game. And I also believe that, that's how I think that they will approach the game. They will defend, they will sit back, and they want to hit Chelsea on a counter. And also, we shouldn't forget that Brentford, they are missing some important players, including Ivan Toney. That's about 5 or 6 players that they are missing. So I think they will want to sit back and defend, hoping that they will just somehow get a chance for them to score. And then for Chelsea, I still think Chelsea will dominate the game. I know they will dominate the game. They will get the possession of the game. If they are playing against this kind of teams, they like to dominate the possession. And it will be interesting to see the lineup that Poch will go with, because as long as we know, Chelsea always find it difficult to break teams down. Those teams that likes to sit back and defend. We know that this season it has been difficult for Chelsea to break those kind of teams down. So it will be interesting to see which players that Poch will use. As the strikers. Because for me, I feel like Cole Palmer, how he has to start. He has been doing well since he came into the team, and I feel like with Cole Palmer, somehow it could be easier for Chelsea to break teams down, teams that likes to sit back and defend, because I feel like he has eyes for pass. He's that kind of player that is clever. He's different from other wingers that the team have. He doesn't have that, serious pace like Sterling, like Mikhailo Modric. I feel like he's different from these kind of players. But what I know he's good at is he's a clever player. He's that kind of player winger that doesn't really likes to stay on his lane. He likes to drift into the midfield, to join the midfield. And then, I think he will start. And then, for me, he will be the key to break this Brentford defense. Because as long as I'm concerned, That's how the Brentford coach, I think that's how he will approach the game. I don't think Brentford will come out to play. I don't think they'll come out to play. I think they will sit back. And for me, this kind of game is the kind of game that Chelsea have to score first. I feel like if Chelsea score first, it will be easier for them to win this game. But if they concede first, I think it will be difficult. We all know how it has been for them this season if they are playing against this kind of teams that like to sit back when they played against Nottingham Forest. And then they concede the goal first. It was difficult to break Nottingham Forest down. Yes, then the team was struggling. What's his name? Cole Palmer then wasn't starting games. And of course, the same thing happened when they conceded first against West Ham. So these kind of teams, Chelsea have to make sure they score first, because if you score first, they will have no option, no choice than to come out to see if they can score. And if they come out to play, then you can have the freedom to create more chances. And they have to be taking their chances as well, because I feel like the game against Arsenal, even if I still think the goalkeeper Sanchez was the one that cost the goal. I feel like they still had chances to kill that game off, to score like 3 or 4. But yeah, they have to take their chances if they are, kind of creating chances against this low block team. So it will be interesting to see how the game will go and how Poch will approach the game, and also the players that Poch will use. And Poch also talk about Rhys James, that Rhys James will not start the game, that he's not fully fit enough to start games. So yeah, I'm okay with Malo Gusto, for him to start. He has been very good as well, playing as a right back if Rhys James is, and when all the time that Rhys James hasn't been available, he has been very good. And also it will be interesting to see if Marco Corella would start this game as the left back, because I think this Aziz should be back, I think, because the manager did not say anything of this Aziz still injured. I think he'll be back. And I don't know if the manager, Poch, will want to bring this Aziz into the team again, knowing that he has been starting this Aziz since this Aziz has been in the team. So it will be interesting to see if Marco Corella will start, because I feel like he has been very, very, very good, since he has been playing. And against Arsenal, he was really, really good. And yeah, it will be interesting if he will start. Now, for me, we'll know how the midfield, we'll know the formation that Poch has been using, and I think he will go with the same set of players. Now, in goal, I think it will still be Robert Sanchez in goal. I expect Robert Sanchez to start, even if he was not really good against Arsenal. I expect Sanchez to start this game. In defense, I still expect the same defense. Honestly, I feel like Marco Corella should still be the left back in this game, and Thiago Silva and Levi Colwill as a centre back. And of course, we know the manager already said that Rhys James will not start the game, so we expect Malo Gusto to start as the right back. Now in midfield, of course, we know the 3 favorite midfielders now that Poch is starting with. So I feel like it will still be Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and Conor Gallagher. And for me, Conor Gallagher, I think he has been very, very good for Chelsea. I feel like the last 2-3 games that Chelsea have played, I think he has been the best midfielder in these 3. He has been very good, even against Arsenal. He was very good. He's pressing. He's the one that normally starts the pressing. If Chelsea want to press, he's the one that normally starts the pressing. Yes, he might not be good technically, he might not be good in the eye, but I feel like he is very, very important so far in the midfield for Chelsea. So I expect Conor Gallagher as well to start, and we shouldn't forget he is the one captain the team now, since James is not starting game, so he will start. So I expect the 3 midfielders to start. And for Enzo Fernandez, I think he had his wife just gave birth to a new child, and we don't know if the manager will want to rest him because of his newborn baby. But yeah, still I think Enzo Fernandez, I still think he should start this game. And Caicedo has been very, very good as well, so we expect Caicedo to start. So the 3 midfielders, I think, will start this game. Now the attack, it will be interesting to see which of these players will start, because Sterling has been good in recent games. Mikhailo Modric as well has been very, very impressive in recent games. And of course, Cole Palmer has been very, very good as well. And then for Nicholas Jackson wasn't, he did not start the game against Arsenal because of his fitness level. And I feel like I think he's fit now. So I don't know if the manager will want to go with the same front line he went with against Arsenal. And for me, I feel like going with number 9 this game is good because let's be honest, if Nicholas Jackson was fit, he should have started against Arsenal. So I feel like now that we expect him to be fit, I think he will be the one to start as the number 9. I also think Cole Palmer will start. I don't think anybody will deny that. He has been very good playing from the right side of the front three. I think Cole Palmer will start. Now the challenge will be coming from the left, between Mikhailo Modric and Sterling. These two players has been very, very good. So I'm confused here. I don't know which of the players I would prefer to come from the left because I think Mikhailo Modric has been really, really good. Most of the Chelsea fans are, insisting that Mikhailo Modric should start the game because of the momentum, because of how he has been playing. That is good for him to start so that he will continue building his confidence. And but for me, either of them, anyone, if Poch will go with Sterling or Mikhailo Modric, I'm fine with either of them. So yeah, we'll see how the game will go. For me, especially Chelsea to win, they have to win this game. They have to win this game because we shouldn't forget, after this game, the next game that Chelsea will be playing in the Premier League will be against Tottenham. So it will be important for them to win this game, to give them that confidence as well going into the game against Tottenham. And then, of course, we know how good Tottenham has been this season. They have been very, very, very good this season. So we expect, we expect Chelsea to win this game against Brentford, right? So your thought and your opinion, how do you think the game will go? Let's talk about Christopher Nkunku. Now there's a report that the player is close to returning. He's already light training on the grass. So even Pochettino, the manager, gave a report as well in his press conference saying Nkunku will soon be back, that the team is expecting Nkunku to be back maybe after the next international break. So we just hope that Nkunku will be back after the next international break. As we know, the next international break will be around November period. So it will be interesting if he comes back, and it will be interesting to see how the manager will use him if he comes back, because most of the Chelsea fans are saying if Nkunku comes back, Nkunku will be playing as the number 10. Now for me, I don't think using Nkunku as the number 10 would be the best. I think Nkunku playing as the number 9 for me would be the best, because as you know, the midfield is stuck already. I feel like Poch have his 3 midfielders for now, unless injury comes or he's trying to rest any of these 3 midfielders. So I feel like for now, he has his favorite 3 midfielders. So for me, I think if Nkunku comes back, he will have to, maybe fight for his position in the front 3. And for me, if he comes back and if the player is really fit, I expect him to start, because as long as I'm concerned, Nkunku is the best player for Chelsea. I think if they want to say who is the star boy, for this team, for me it's Christopher Nkunku. Even if he hasn't really played a game for Chelsea in the Premier League, I still think he's the best player for Chelsea, especially the attacking players. I think he's the most polished player in the attack for Chelsea. I think he is, the most clinical player. For me, he's that kind of player that if he has a chance, you will be kind of relaxed that he will do something with that chance. You kind of realize that he will score or he will make a very good attempt. So for me, if Nkunku comes back, I feel like Poch should use him as a number 9. Even in preseason, Pochettino used him in most of the games as a number 9, especially if Nicholas Jackson did not start any of those games in preseason. So for me, if he comes back, I expect Poch to use him as the number 9, because the team is lacking goals and we know how good he is in scoring goals. So if he plays as a number 9, I think he'll be having those chances to score. And we know that he's a very clinical forward player. So using him as the number 9 will give the team goals. And I also think if Nkunku plays as the number 9, I think he will make the other attacking players around him better. I feel like if he plays with Nicholas Jackson, I think he makes him better. Sterling is a very good player. I think if he plays with Sterling, I feel like Sterling will even improve better. The same thing with Cole Palmer. Nkunku is that kind of player that technically is very good. Imagine him playing with Cole Palmer, because I think Cole Palmer is a very technical player. So I think if he plays with Cole Palmer, that 1-2 touch, he will link up well with Cole Palmer. And then, yeah, even Mikhailo Modric. So I feel like if Nkunku comes back and fits, ready to start games, he will be very, very important for the team. And also I feel like he will improve the games of the other attacking players. So for me, yeah, it's good that we are hearing positive news on Christopher Nkunku, that he will soon be back. So we just hope that he will be back after the next international break. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Christopher Nkunku. Your opinion on the player? How well do you think the player will help this team? Because I feel like if he comes back and start firing, he will be very, very important for this Chelsea side. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, that's my take. That was my opinion. And also, guys, please, if you're watching the video, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV on YouTube. If you're new, and also like the video, it's very important. And also, you're also on Facebook, follow the channel Blue Point TV, like and share the video. Thank you guys. Well, I'll see you again. Stay safe. Bye.